Here's something I think everyone should know before deciding to buy Speedstorm or not. If you're the type of gamer who wants to play video games on your own terms, you might have a tight schedule, can only play at certain times of the day like myself, this might not be the game for you. And this is especially so if you're not into multiplayer and only plan on playing the single player elements of this game. Which, may I add, there is a fair amount of single player content. The issue is, you can't access it when you want to access it. You either have to wait for a timer to tick down so you can continue with the seasonal content, or grind shards in order to unlock certain characters in order to play beyond Chapter 3. And the way you do this is by buying RNG loot boxes, hoping to pull the shards, which, may I add, I haven't pulled a single one yet, and I've bought quite a few. Or you can do these certain timed events, which are exactly how they sound, timed. You can only do them twice a day. Unfortunately, it's going to take several days of doing it over and over again to obtain these shards, because there's a bunch of criteria you have to meet. For example, boost X amount of times, use X amount of items per race, and they want you to do that multiple times over again, and unfortunately you can't do this all in one day, so you're going to have to sit there and hack away at it over a series of days. Once again, you get 2 tries a day, and once those tries are over, you have to wait 11 hours to try again. Now look, I knew there was going to be a lot of free-to-play BS, but I was hoping they weren't going to ratchet a lot of this stuff up until it actually went free-to-play. Now you might be saying to yourself, well, you're just a loser who's sitting there playing the game non-stop, you blew through all the content, and now you're complaining. The truth is, I only played this game a total of 3 hours, maximum 3 hours, since this game come out. I have been playing it leisurely. In 3 hours, in my opinion, that's way too soon to have content gated behind timers and unlocks. It's not bad enough that they're sitting here double dipping just like they did with Dreamlight Valley, trying to make these business models a trend, taxing our anticipation and our fandom, our loyalty for these games by charging us $30 to get access, but they also want to jam in these microtransactions. I think in Dreamlight Valley it was like $25 if you want to just buy a single house. I mean, it's absurd. It's absurd levels of greed, and I understand. For me to actually complain about it while buying it is so hypocritical, but it's like I have nothing here for my nephew to play. He's been talking about it nonstop, he's a big fan of Disney, and so am I. I grew up with Disney, and that's how they get you. What makes matters worse is Dreamlight Valley, and I think this game also, is technically early access, a beta, so we're testing their game, reporting bugs and things of that nature, and paying for the privilege to do so. That's not good enough. It's not good enough that they turned what used to be an expense. Beta testing games used to cost them money. They used to have to hire people to do that. It's not bad enough that they actually turned that into a profit, figured out a way to monetize it, figured out a way for us to actually pay them to test their stuff. I know I said in my last video, I don't think this will go free to play for a good while. I changed my mind on that. Because they want to drip feed us the content, a lot of people are going to rely on the multiplayer. And those numbers are going to start to go down.